Let us settle, Mr. President, this matter once and for all. And let us not tarry, so that in the very few remaining days we still have left, we can get on with the business of urgent legislation. Time, Mr. President, is of the essence, and we owe it to the Filipino people to perform our duty. And so, Mr. President, with that, I reiterate my motion to declare the position of Senate President vacant.
And your offering to resign did not answer the issue. And the vote to keep you on will not answer the issue.
Good evening, this is News.PH, but it's not politics as usual. I'm Pio Ontiveros. Our guest tonight, a favorite senator of the Senate President, Juan Ponce Enrile, Senator Antonio Sonny Trillanes IV. Good evening, Senator Trillanes. Thank you for being here.
Thank you for inviting me. Good evening, Pia.
So what was today all about?
Today is the turn of the minority. As you have mentioned earlier, it was the Senate President who gave a privileged speech last January 21. And in that speech, he gave out some insults, actually, and personal attacks directed against the minority. So Senator Cayetano, being the minority leader, delivered a counter.
Rebuttal?
Yes. To that privileged speech.
What was going through your mind as Senator Allen was speaking and delivering that privileged speech?
More or less, we were able to discuss the contents of his speech this afternoon. So I think he was able to deliver it well. And of course, I didn't expect that the Senate President would commit such a big blunder like that. Yeah.
What big blunder?
First, he didn't address the issue squarely, and instead, he nanumbat, in our language, nanumbat siya, and that's a no-no in our culture.
Really? No-no?
Yes.
Hindi ba ganun talaga sa Pinoy? Yun ang kultura ng Pinoy, hindi ba?
No, maybe Senator Enrile. But you don't hear the other senators doing such a thing.
So you were aware of what Senator Allen was going to say. Did he say everything that he was supposed to say? Or meron pa siyang, he held back on some?
I think he held back a bit.
Ah, yeah.
He held back a bit.
What was he supposed to say that he didn't say?
Well, it's supposed to be, he was supposed to pound on the 500 million peso MOE of the office of the Senate President. And I think that's the focus should be, and the people should start asking how Senator Enrile disbursed the people's money.
Okay, let's go back to that a little later on in the show. But first, when the session was suspended earlier, after na nga na sinabi nga ni Senator Enrile na, paano yung 37 million na utang ng tatay mo sa akin, etc. Tapos medyo sumasagot-sagot si Alan. During the suspension of the session, you were talking on the floor. Kayo ni na Senator Allen, Senator Pia, at one point, kasama niyo si Senator Bongbong, Senator Coco. What are you talking about?
We were trying to assess what just happened, how the message was delivered, and the rebuttal of Senator Enrile. And we were able to assess that at that particular point, Senator Enrile exposed himself for the man he truly is. So I believe that's a moral victory for the minority.
Alan Cayetano kept saying that this isn't about a change in the Senate leadership, but about the funds. Is that right?
That's the cause, and because of that, you should be changed as a leader.
Gusto niyo siyang palitan?
Yes.
Tell us about your MOE that you received from Senator Enrile. Did you just certify that you used it for certain items, or do you do an actual liquidation?
All MOEs are liquidated that way. You certify that all of these or these funds were used in accordance with law and normal auditing procedures.
Okay, so that's not a liquidation. Certification lang talaga.
Yes.
Because that is what Senate practice.
No, that's how it is classified in the General Appropriations Act.
Yeah.
The MOOE is classified as confidential funds, and that's how you liquidate it. It's still liquidated through certification.
Through certification.
Yeah.
So you do not present receipts.
It's not a the normal or financial liquidation wherein you have you attach vouchers and receipts. No, it's not like that.
Alan Cayetano had suggested an independent and private audit firm to audit the Senate funds. After that quarrel on the floor, we heard the Senate President saying, "Yeah, sige, I agree, and as a matter of fact, let's audit everything." No?
Yes.
Do you agree with that also?
Yes, I agree. But remember when Senator Enrile said that he had a fine print inserted somewhere. He said, but it's going to be subject to the majority opinion.
Meaning, pwede niyong pagbotohan.
Yes.
Okay.
So that's his he qualified it as such.
Do you think we're ever going to see the day when we're going to get an honest-to-goodness audit of the funds that the senators have?
No. We won't see that day. That's the thing. If you don't trust the Senate President sa paggastos ng pondo ng gobyerno, you just have to change him and put somebody you feel who is trustworthy, and at least you know that the public funds are in good hands.
Yeah. We'll go back to that point about change in leadership, but about these funds, earlier you mentioned yung 500 million discretionary funds.
Yes.
Alam nyo yun, hindi ba? Simula pa, hindi?
No.
Hindi?
No. We just assumed that all the senators were allocated similar or at least even. You can allow a certain allowance for the Senate President or the Majority Leader, but not that much. But when we started researching, nakita namin there's a very big disparity. You see, in total, we only have around 13-14 million of MOOE per year, and you have the Senate President having 500 million excess MOE. We already took out yung mga rent and all the expenses na ginagamit talaga. We took that out already. We gave certain allowances and you still have 500 million pesos.
Let's talk about Attorney Gigi Reyes, Senator Enrile's Chief of Staff. Is she really as powerful as she is made to appear, or as she was made to appear by Senator Alan?
Yes, I think she is. She was described by Senator Cayetano accurately. Kung yan, parang senador na rin. Ano?
Why?
Sa mga caucuses, hindi nga pwede. Dapat, if you have, even the staff are not allowed, but she's there, she sometimes even sits at the long table. She gives her opinion as a normal senator would do. So, she is actually the 24th senator.
Okay. Ba't naman kayo pumapayag?
Yun nga, sabi ni Senator Alan, just out of respect, kung yan ang gustong style ni Senator Enrile, sige lang, hinahayaan namin.
So why is she allowed to sit in on the caucus?
Because Senator Enrile wants it so.
Is there something that's not being said
Yes.
about that? What?
I don't know.
You don't know. We'll take a short break. News.PH will be right back. Our guest, Senator Antonio Trillanes IV.
the criticisms are based on outright lies, distorted information, and deliberately misleading phrases such as, quote, cash gifts, unquote, quote, Christmas bonuses, unquote, and worst of all, quote, bribes, unquote, all at the expense of taxpayers' money.
Mr. President, tignan niyo po ang budget ng Senado. I realized the budget doubled from the time you became Senate President. And siguro dapat lang dahil very productive at marami tayong trabaho. Pero makikita niyo po, from around 750 million, we went up to around 1.5 billion pesos.
You're watching News.PH on the Solar News Channel. I'm Pio Ontiveros. Our guest tonight, Senator Antonio Trillanes, Sonny Trillanes IV. So why the mention of Attorney Gigi Reyes?
I think
The point was? The point was what?
well, last January 21, also in the afternoon, Attorney Gigi Reyes, the Chief of Staff of Senator Enrile, made the media rounds and started calling senators by their first names, and she called us hypocrites. So I think that's where she crossed the line, and she has to be put in her proper place.
What did Senator Allen mean by saying that he knows 100 truths about the Senate President and Ma'am Gigi?
I think it's a bit personal.
What do you mean by personal?
You'll have to ask Senator Cayetano about it. He was the one who raised it, so it's just right that you hear it from him.
But if it's personal and like you say, then you do know something also, right?
Yes, but it's not my issue. It's not my issue. My issue is Senator Enrile and why he doesn't deserve to be the third most powerful man in this republic.
So you don't agree that that issue of Attorney Gigi Reyes should have been brought up?
No, as far
It
as
deflected attention away from the real issue, ganun ba yun?
not really. It's a very important issue as far as Senator Alan is concerned, but that is not my issue. That's what I'm saying. I think it was right that Senator Cayetano raised the issue of the role of Attorney Gigi, and because he was attacked personally by Attorney Gigi.
What is your personal experience with Attorney Gigi Reyes? Any?
Yes, normally instead of going to Senator Enrile, you pass through her. And it's as good as approved or disapproved.
Ah, okay. Pero hindi ba, kunyari, ikaw, yung Chief of Staff mo, hindi ba dumadaan muna sa COS mo ang kahit sino mang gustong lumapit sa'yo?
No,
Hindi?
for senators, they go directly to me. They don't go to through my Chief of Staff.
Is it because he's the Senate President?
Not necessarily.
No? Okay. Did today's scene highlight what the Senate is really like?
No, because normally, there is this facade of peace and serenity.
Facade?
Yes, because
Facade lang pala, okay.
everybody seems to be friends with everybody. But that's the thing, yun parang I think we've had enough na hindi ganon yung mga pailalim na laro. I think we've had enough. So it's time to expose these people.
You've had enough of what?
Of that kind of
That
thing, yes. So they will say, no, we were even generous enough to do this and to do that, and then behind the scenes they will take out your staff, they will cut your allocations and so on and so forth. So hindi ganun sa akin, diretso. Kaya nga, when I was asked by the media, I am working for the ouster of Senator Enrile. Because that's not how to lead the Senate as an institution.
Well, describe in one word what the Senate's like.
The Senate,
One word.
I don't know.
A noun. Use a
It's
a what?
It's a playground of
Playground.
political veterans. Yes.
Okay, political veterans like Johnny Enrile. Let's talk about Monday's motion and vote. Why weren't you prepared for that?
Because the Liberal Party has yet to reassess the new political alignments, so they have yet to shift. And I think Senator Enrile recognized that, so he pounced on it. But looking back, he didn't actually achieve anything. He achieved a vote of confidence for that day.
Yeah.
So within the next few days, if the Liberal Party senators will see the light, that it is in the best interest of this country and their party and the administration of Noynoy Aquino to change the Senate leadership, then that victory won't amount to anything.
We'll go back to that in a little while, no? But would you say then that JPE outfoxed you on Monday?
No.
No?
No.
Because now the burden is on you to produce those votes to unseat him, hindi ba?
No, because I was very clear from the very start. Our numbers, the non-LP senators, are enough, plus the Liberal Party senators. So it can happen from the start, from the opening of the session up to the last day.
Okay. There are four, sige, let's do the numbers now, let's do the math. There are 4 LP senators, Frank Drilon, Ralph Recto, Kiko Pangilinan, TG Ginggona. Okay, when you say 4 LP senators plus the non-LP senators, and you're saying that you would have enough votes, sino yung iba doon? Kasi ikaw NP ka, hindi ba?
Yes.
So, kasama mo ba rin ang ibang NP?
I'm sorry, I'm not at liberty to divulge their identities. But
Yung NP senators, Alan, NP Cayetano, Manny Villar,
I'm not
Bongbong
even
Marcos.
going to confirm that the NP senators would be coming in as a block. So I think the political analysts will just have to figure that out. But let's remember that Senator Enrile during the Monday's vote only got 11 votes. 11 votes.
Okay.
So you take out the Liberal Party senators there and their allies, he will have, what, 7? The most.
At the most. And you're saying that you would have 12 or more?
No, we would have had 14 or up to 16.
Well, tell us the story. Why, like you said, no, it's taking for a while for the Liberal Party to quote-unquote see the light. So why haven't they gone over to your side?
I really can't blame them, because when they started this administration, they were allies with the camp of JPE.
Yeah, but JPE is with the UNA now, hindi ba?
Yes, but that's very recent.
Yeah.
The recent realignments came just last October, but they at that time they didn't attack or oppose the president directly, but it showed during the passage of the syntax and the RH, and eventually when they started sideswiping the political message of the president. So I think, and with the incoming elections, the UNA has fielded its own slate, and the LP coalition has its own slate. So that's diametrically opposed to each other.
Sino dapat ang papalit kay JPE if you are able to muster the votes?
Well, personally, I'm looking at Senator Drilon, because his term will end in 2016. But we could have nominated Senator Villar as well, or even Senator Kiko Pangilinan.
Okay.
So
it looks like Senator Villar is part of the numbers that you already have.
I won't comment on that.
And if it's Senator Drilon that you're looking at, so why then wouldn't the LP join you? Is it about keeping JPE, or is there another reason kung bakit hindi sila makasali sa inyo?
I really can't speculate on that. We'll have to ask the LP. Well, for all we know, they didn't have any problems at all. They may just they haven't met yet to reassess the new political alignments.
Okay, and the new political alignments being?
Being UNA is UNA, LP, and the coalition is different. So the political alignments outside should reflect the political alignments also in the Senate.
Is it possible that somebody just doesn't want Frank Trillanes to be Senate President?
Probably. I really can't say.
You really can't say?
I can't say. Yeah.
Why not?
Because I'm not Liberal Party. So as far as the Nacionalista Party is concerned, we talk openly, and once decision has been made, then the whole group will come in. And but as for the Liberal Party, of course, they need to consult with the President, being the head of the party, not the President because he is President, but because he is the head of the Liberal Party.
Well, who else might they be consulting with also, who probably doesn't agree with your plan?
We'll have to ask the LP senators. Yes.
Okay. Well, is there a hidden hand there somewhere?
I don't know. Probably. I just find the situation now quite anomalous because here you are, the president has his own coalition. The UNA, Senator Enrile is one of the leaders of UNA, and he's being propped up by Liberal Party senators. So it may have been fine early on, but now it's quite untenable.
Is that going to affect the LP administration coalition in any way? I mean, you're one of the
well, hopefully not.
candidates.
Hopefully not. But
what do you mean by hopefully not? Sounds
hopefully
like
not.
a veiled.
Yes, because I really feel that Senator Enrile will use his position and the resources. We're talking about 500 million MOOE that's going to be liquidated through certification to push for candidates of the UNA. And that's very dangerous, right? And it's not supposed to be under this environment of tuwid na daan governance of President Aquino.
Okay. Well, we'll have to take a short break. News.PH will be right back. Stay with us.
I never bribed anyone to gain support for myself, much less with the money of the people. I did not enter into any unholy deals or plots to assume this position of leadership twice or to cling to it like elites hungry for its perquisites. The very thought that this position is for sale repulses me truly.
Sa bawat isang kasinungalingan na inalabas sa akin ninyo, meron akong 100 katotohanan ang alam ko tungkol sa inyo at ni Ma'am Gigi.
I have incurred, Mr. President, the bitter resentment and anger of many people along my way. And they are determined to pursue their crusade and carry their sitting hatred against me to their graves. I know and I understand why. But the Senate need not and should not suffer the venom which is aimed solely to me, at me.
Handa po akong manahimik na and to get back to work dito sa session. Kinalungkot ko po na mas ginusto ni Senate President Enrile na ituloy ang word war, name-calling, at paglabas ng iba't ibang issue na wala namang kilalaman sa main issue ng ating pondo.
You're watching News.PH on the Solar News Channel. I'm Pio Ontiveros. Our guest tonight, Senator Sonny Trillanes. Senator Trillanes, meron ka bang kausap sa administration o sa palasyo na sumusuporta sa inyo?
Wala naman. Hindi naman pag-uusapan ito. The last time I met with some Malacanang officials, pinag-usapan yung yung ticket, yung pino-form yung ticket kasi nga yung una is already campaigning. So we had our first coordinating meeting.
Okay. So you're doing this on your own?
Which one?
This coup plotting,
No.
for lack of a better word.
No, I'm not alone definitely.
I mean, you're doing this on your own, walang backing ng administration?
No, definitely not. No,
Definitely
no
not.
backing.
No backing?
No backing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Pero kausap mo rin ng mga LP senators? Hindi ba? Siyempre.
Not necessarily about this.
Kayo.
Not necessarily about
not necessarily about this.
There's some senators are talking with others, obviously. So, ganun po yan.
So what does Senator Sergio Osmeña say? Wala namang daw lumalapit sa inyo?
I think probably it is assumed that if the Liberal Party senators would come on board, the Liberal Party will be the ones to talk to Sergio Osmeña, Senator Serge.
Okay. What is it like plotting a coup out in the open?
No, it's not really a coup. I was asked by the media if I feel...
Okay, mutiny na lang. This is a mutiny against Juan Ponce.
So I just answered them directly that he needs to be ousted. He doesn't deserve to hold on to that position.
Yes,
So,
I understand. You've been saying that. But what I'm saying is, what is it like?
What's like?
Coup plotting in the open, very public, di ba? Ang coup kasi, di ba, dapat merong element of surprise. That's why it's called coup d'etat, you know? It's a swift, sudden,
which is why
secret move.
Which is why I don't look at it as such. Ang sa akin, everybody seems to be political analysts nowadays. And they're talking about strategy and the right way to do these things. But everybody forgot about the moral cause, about the right thing. If it's the right thing,
it doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. You just you've at least known about our group, about us.
Yes.
Sa amin, whether mabubugbog kami o hindi, if it's the right thing, we'll do it.
Yeah, okay. Well, you've done that before, no?
Yeah.
You've always said, I'm doing the right thing. There was Oakwood, and then there's the Manila Peninsula, etc. But your record shows that you haven't actually been a successful coup plotter.
Yes.
Tama ba yun?
That's precisely it. We try to celebrate victories, but look at what happened to the Katipunan actually. We don't celebrate victories. We celebrate the act of defiance. Right? Even the fall of Bataan, you don't celebrate the defeat, but you celebrate the act of holding on and fighting for your motherland, regardless whether you win or lose. So, yun po ito, no? I think that's the bigger message here, na regardless whether Juan Ponce Enrile ka na martial law administrator ka, kinakatakutan ka, I don't care. If I believe that you need to go and be ousted, I'll stand up to you.
Okay, we're supposed to wrap up, so I'm just going to ask one last question na lang, no? One of the reasons, and you said the word motherland, no?
Yes.
Very timely that you say that, because one of the reasons you and JP quarreled was because of this back channeling with China, no? So let's not go back to that. What do you think now of what happened yesterday? So the DFA took the matter up to an international court.
As long as it's the position of the president, all Filipinos should rally behind it. And the foreign policy position of the president is articulated by the DFA. So everybody should rally behind it.
Okay. That sounds so different from what you were saying a few months back about Albert de Lozano.
No, my position then, or my role then, was to de-escalate the tension. And that mission was given to me by the president, and I believe I achieved it.
Okay.
So, There's no inconsistency.
Okay, so you know it is the position of the President.
I believe so.
Indeed. Okay, anyway, thank you very much, Senator Trillanes. Sorry, no more time for final words. Thank you for being here, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you for watching. We'll see you again next Wednesday. Good night.